Do you remember when you could find video games in the weirdest places? There were demo discs at computer stores, trial CDs that showed up in the mail.
You've got mail.
Even free games slipped into pizza orders. But one that blew my mind was finding a full video game inside a box of cereal. It's wild to think about when you can actually get a free game with your breakfast. And one of my all-time favorites from that era was Chex Quest. You see, in 1996, General Mills and a small studio called Digital Cafe teamed up to make a promotional game for Chex cereal. And instead of tossing together some cheap, low-effort program, they built it on the engine of Doom. And I wasn't allowed to play Doom back then, so this was my very first taste of what everyone was talking about. Later on, of course, I ended up playing the real thing, but Chex Quest was my entry point. It was a full-on first-person shooter complete with weapons, levels, mystery, and a story. And very memorable enemies. Only this time, instead of demons, you were blasting these gooey slime monsters called phlegmoids. And for a lot of kids, this wasn't just a freebie. It was their very first FPS. Before you even touched the game, it hooked you with this awesome animated intro. It wasn't gritty or terrifying like Doom. It was boxy, colorful, kind of funny, and obviously a little ridiculous. I watched it a couple times before I jumped back into it. And then you became the Chex Warrior, and you got beamed to an alien planet, and you were determined to save your fellow citizens from this phlegmoid invasion.
I'm from Chex Squadron, and I volunteer.
I remember when I dropped into that first level, I realized this wasn't a gimmick. Sure, it was coated with cereal branding and Chex branding everywhere, but it actually played pretty well. You had to zap the phlegmoids with your Zorcher weapons, you explored these maze-like levels, and you had to figure out how to unlock the next areas. And I always loved exploring these 3D worlds. And the slime attacks that covered your whole screen were unforgettable. And the more you played it, the stranger it got. There was this weird mystery to the game. The teleporters, the slimy boss rooms, and these just random areas. And plenty of sound effects to freak you out or have you laughing from stage to stage. And it all built up to this final room that I vividly remember. I remember frantically running around the room, desperately trying to land shots. This whole final boss encounter was just awesome. And finally beating him as a kid felt pretty unbelievable. For me, I didn't just beat this simple little game. It felt like a real gaming campaign. This was good. And that's what made Chex Quest stick with me. There weren't any pre-orders or microtransactions. This was just an odd little game hiding in a cereal box. At the time, I didn't overthink it, I just played it. I felt like I stumbled upon a little secret, magical little treasure hiding in a cereal box. It was simple, fun, and that was enough. Back when games were just games that you played for fun. And when I look back, that's the kind of magic that I miss in games today. Not chasing endgame, not worrying about the meta, just being surprised by something you never expected, and having an absolute blast with it. And if you played Chex Quest back in the day, you probably had a hidden save just like I did. This is Hidden Saves, a channel about unlocking old memories and figuring out why some games just stuck with us. If this one unlocks something for you, feel free to hit subscribe or drop a comment. Let me know what forgotten game I should dig up next. Catch you in the next one.